All right, let's start with the latest from the run-up to the Bangladesh general elections, where the opposition candidates claim that they're actually facing threat from Sheikh Hasina's Awami ruling league. Now, the opposition also claims that it has become too dangerous for their candidates to even step out of their offices and houses, even in broad daylight, for campaigning. And not just that, the opposition parties are also claiming that the government is actually making it extremely difficult for them to campaign freely ahead of the polls.
আপনারা শুধু ঢাকার প্রত্যেকটা আসনে সারা বাংলাদেশেই দেখবেন বিএনপির বা ধানের শীষের বা ঐক্যফ্রন্টের কোনো প্রতীক কিন্তু কোনো ব্যানার পোস্টার কিচ্ছু নেই, কারণ লাগাতে পারছে না। সব জায়গায় ওরা প্রতিবন্ধকতা সৃষ্টি করছে, যারাই লাগাতে যাচ্ছে ওদেরকে তুলে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। তারপর পুলিশও করছে এটা, আওয়ামী সন্ত্রাসীরা করছে, লাগাতেই দিচ্ছে না, ওদের অ্যারেস্ট করে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে এবং ছিঁড়ে ফেলছে এবং পোস্টারগুলো ওরা নিয়ে ফেলছে, নিয়ে পুড়িয়ে ফেলছে, নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। তো কিভাবে লাগাবে বলেন? কিছুতেই পারছে না, ওরা দাঁড়াতেই দিচ্ছে না কোনো জায়গায়। তো এভাবে তো সংঘবদ্ধভাবে 5,000 10,000 লোক মিলে তো লাগাতে পারে না।
At least about 6 people were killed in campaign clashes between the leading Awami League and the opposition Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or the BNP. Now, the BNP in fact claims that 4 of their activists have also been killed as of now. The Poll Authority in Bangladesh has deployed almost about 20,000 paramilitary personnel across the country.
সাংগঠনিক শক্তি আছে, যথেষ্ট সাংগঠনিক শক্তি আছে, কিন্তু সরকার যে অপশক্তি ব্যবহার করেছে তার সামনাসামনি দাঁড়ানো, এটা আমরা দাঁড়াতেও চাই না, কারণ এটা দাঁড়াতে গেলে একটা সিভিল ওয়ারের দিকে চলে যেতে পারে দেশটাকে। আমরা অনেক সাংঘর্ষিক ঘটনাবলীকে অনেক সময় আমরা সাংঘর্ষিক ঘটনাগুলো যাতে না ঘটে সেদিকে আমরা খুব সজাগ, যে আমাদের কারণে যেন ঘটনাটা আরো বেশি সাংঘর্ষিক রূপ না নেয়, মানে রক্তপাতের দিকে না যায়।
The BNP claims that 152 of the 300 opposition candidates have in fact been attacked. It has also added that as many as about 8,700 activists were detained in just the past month, where Bangladesh goes to polls, remember, on the 30th of December. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by Mr. Shantanu Mukherjee, who's a security analyst who's joining us from New Delhi. Well, Mr. Mukherjee, let me begin by asking you this. It is an extremely important election that will take place on the 30th of December in Bangladesh. But it appears increasingly from what we are seeing play out, it appears that the opposition is in fact in a bit of a siege where they're not even being allowed to campaign freely. What exactly is the situation there?
The situation is very turbulent there, and with elections only 10 days away, it is expected that some violence will definitely take place. As seen about a week ago, when one of the opposition parties who is taking BNP along in the campaign, Dr. Kamal Hussain, was fallen out from Awami League. His motorcade was attacked on the 16th when he was coming out of the Martyrs Memorial. This was an indicator, because for the BNP it is do or die. Begum Khalida Zia is in prison and she is having a frail health, failing health. She is having a declining health. And so BNP, this is do or die. If they can make it now, they will. Dr. Kamal Hussain is also aging, so they have entered into a feverish pitch to clinch the deal. On the other hand, it is for Awami League as well. It is extremely important to remain in power. So both the parties are doing their best to do it. And in the campaigning, Bangladesh has a bloody past in the electioneering. So if it is happening, then it is not surprising. As regards the disappearance of so many, the statistics you quoted, I don't have access to these things.
Right.
So there will be allegations and counter-allegations, and they will heighten further as the dates draw close. This is my assessment.
Absolutely. And also, Mr. Mukherjee, considering the fact just in the recent past, there has been a crackdown also on the media in Bangladesh, which has been covering the elections, where the government had in fact briefly suspended well over 50 websites. Now, on being questioned, the government, of course, said that, look, these were not bona fide websites. These were not even registered, and they were fomenting trouble. And that is the reason why the government in Bangladesh felt compelled to crack down on them. Do you agree with the government's narrative in terms of how the media has been treated leading up to the elections?
And if there are miscreants and government intelligence agencies have credible reports that they are going to foment violence, they will come down very heavily on them. But at the same time, on the other side, I would like to caution that I don't think the government in power or the party will dare to exceed their limits because they are under international watch.
Right.
There are so many monitoring international institutions who are watching closely, the West and all. So Hasina-led government will not like to exceed their brief by resorting to unnecessary high-handedness in this. That's my belief.
Okay, and also in terms for a healthy, flourishing democracy, a country needs its opposition. But in terms of what has happened in Bangladesh, last time round in the general elections, Khalida Zia's party had boycotted the elections. So Sheikh Hasina had in fact had a sort of a walkover. This time round, Khalida Zia is out of the picture. She's imprisoned and has been convicted for corruption. And also her son, who was the acting leader of the BNP, even he has in fact been thrown out of the picture with the corruption cases that have come up against him. Do you see Bangladesh increasingly progress towards a state where the opposition is in many ways disappearing and it is just Sheikh Hasina's narrative that we are increasingly hearing?
Well, the Tariq Rahman, the BNP leader's son, who is presently the chairman, is in London, no doubt, and Khalida Zia is nowhere. But you must remember, as a security analyst, I assert that there are certain invisible forces, extraneous forces, which are acting on behalf of BNP, and they are trying to egg on problems there so that there is enough provocation and violence. Of course, that will suit Awami League if they cow down by going underground or they don't contest. They'll be, like you said, it was a walkover. It might be a cakewalk for Awami League. But this time they would like to have BNP really contesting that to improve its credibility, to reinforce its credentials to the Western audience that, yes, fair and free elections were there. But let me caution you, the last word, that there is going to be more increasing number of violence in days to come.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Shantanu Mukherjee, for joining us and getting us those insights in this very crucial election that will take place on the 30th of December. And it'll be interesting to see as to which way the electorate in Bangladesh will, of course, vote on that fateful day.